going on, everybody? It's a little bit earlier today. Welcome to episode 199 of SF Live. Hopefully you guys can hear me okay. I'm trying out these little earbud things with the camera being a little bit further away, so let me know. I wanted to do something a little bit different today with episode 199. I'm actually working on some prints. I'm actually here in our little printing area. We've got our Canon ProGraph 1000 right across there, and I've already made all these prints, and so I'm going to be working on matic framing. But do me guys a favor, you guys, thank you so much for being here. For starters, let me know if you can hear me okay with these little Bluetooth things. Not sure how it's going. Let me see who's joining us already. Amy, happy Friday to you. Hey, looking forward to hearing more about your print experience. Awesome. You guys, thanks for being here. So, look, the entire purpose of SF Live, let me just start with that. We're 199 episodes in. I guess there's probably two big reasons why I do these videos. Number one is showing up and running a business every day, like in and out, is hard. It's hard because we're solopreneurs. It's hard because many of us, we're doing this in our home alone. We're doing this in our living room. We're doing this in our basement. We're doing this in our garage. And it can get really soul crushing to show up every single day. It can get really draining. It's like our baby. It's so personal. What we're doing is we're providing a service to people. That's art. And so, things happen and it gets challenging. You get a negative review. Someone in the industry says something that's just dumb and we just take it to heart and we let it destroy us. And if it's not that, it's just the in and out of running a business can be challenging. And so I find it really helpful to show up and make these videos to let you guys know there's someone on the other side of the state, of the world, of the country who's also showing up and putting in the work and making it happen. And equally as much as I say this, I do these videos for me because it helps me. Like, honestly, it's accountability. It helps me move forward. I learn a lot from these. And so I learn a lot from you guys as well. So that's one reason. And then the other, general big reason is because I believe that there's a right way to run a business. And the right way to run a business is by putting people first, putting value in life, in meaning, joy in meaning first. And it turns out that when you do that, profits tend to come. I think that your income is in direct relation to how well you serve your leads, how well you serve the people before they give you the money. And so I believe that that's an important message, and so I make these videos to hopefully drive that message home. So anyhow, you guys, thanks for being here. Here's the deal today. I'm going to be working on some prints here for a second. I'm going to frame these up, but I'd like to do a little Q&A. I've got a little time today. I didn't think I was going to have any time. I got a little time today to do some Q&A. And so if you guys have questions, I'd love to answer them. If you don't, that's fine too. But I'd love to kind of field some questions here. Anything look, we could go technical. That's cool. We could talk about off-camera flash. We could talk about gear. We could talk about Fuji system. We could talk about f-stops and apertures and ISO and inverse square law. So ask technical questions if you'd like. Editing, sure, why not? We could go that route. We could talk about print. We could talk about client experience. We could talk about clients. We could talk about psychology, fear-based mindsets, confidence. We could talk about all kinds of things. We could talk about my family. We could talk about your family. Whatever you guys want to ask, I'd love to kind of take the opportunity to do this. And one of the reasons I like to do this, you guys, is because I don't want to wait. And I don't want you guys to have to wait till the next workshop or the next conference or seminar or webinar or whatever it may be. I just want to get the chance to just see you guys right here. Katie Ranker, what's going on? Joe's in the house. And get a chance to answer questions right now in this environment. Super personal, super candid, right to you guys. So anyhow, okay, so planning on buying the ProGraph 1000. Name is pronounced as Stan. Thank you so much, Stan. I really appreciate it. I've been trying to figure that out, and I've always struggled. And so thanks for letting me know how to pronounce your name, Stan. I appreciate you, man. Jason, sounds good. Good to see you, Jason. Awesome. Who else is here? Jared, good to see you, Jared. Isabel's here as well. Jeff, good to see you, Jeff. All right, so while you guys think about what kind of questions you want to ask, hey, Leslie girl, good to see you, babe. My wife just tuned in. Brenda, good to see you, Brenda. I can't wait to see you in December for Abundance. While you guys are thinking about questions to ask, I'm going to hop in and frame. And again, do you guys do me a favor? I'm now pretty far away from the camera. I'm using my Bluetooth little dealios, and so let me know if you guys can hear me okay. Throw some thumbs and hearts if you guys can hear me. So thumbs, hearts, all the good stuff. Tap, 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 tap if you can hear me. Because right now I'm pretty far away. I can't even see comments, but I can see the emoticons flying across the screen. So thumbs up, hearts, tap away. So I'm going to be doing a premiere today. For us, we call these premieres. Thank you guys. Appreciate all the love. Appreciate the hearts, thumbs up. I'm glad you can hear me loud and clear. If you ever can't hear me, Let's try this. Go like angry face if like the Bluetooth cuts out. Straight up angry face. All right, so we're doing a premiere today, and all a premiere is, it's where we deliver photographs for the first time to a client. You could call it anything you want. Some people call them a premiere. You could call it a reveal party. Like, look, whatever you want to call it, we call it premieres over here. And so this couple's going to be coming in. They're actually driving all the way from Sandusky, Ohio, so they're driving 2 hours to get here. I bring that up because I think a lot of y'all, myself included, a lot of y'all make excuses for why you can't be meeting in person. And I get that every client's different. I get that some people are far away and they're not gonna come, and we deal with that all the time. There's still a solution for that. But what I wanna advise you, encourage you guys is this. Don't make the decision on behalf of your client. Don't say, no, you can't meet with me in person. Don't say, no, you can't come in and sit down and actually enjoy your photographs and a really great experience. Don't make that decision for them. Because that's what you do when you don't give them the option. You just send them a link to the pictures. Give them the opportunity to actually come in, because this is like an experience. Like, some people, like, they'll take off work. They'll drive 2 hours because look, think about the psychology of like a couple. They've poured in everything to this wedding. It's now a week, 2 weeks, a month, 2 months after the wedding. And this is like the last little thing they get to hold on to for that day. It's like the last experience. It's the culmination of the whole thing. And so often people want to take time and dedicate to that. They want to come in, they want to see their photographs. And I say their photographs really intentionally. They don't want to see pictures, and I say photographs as in portraits. They want to see like actual like artwork, right? And for them to actually come in and hold something, that's it. Don't make the decision on their behalf. So that's what you do when you don't even give them the opportunity. So I'm using Design-A-Glow frames. I love Design-A-Glow. Big fan of them. And so we've got some frames here. You're noticing that I did not put glass in this. The reason I don't put glass in this is because when the client comes in, we've got black frames and white frames. I like to be able to mix and match, and so be able to quickly pull out a print, put in another print, and I want them to be able to hold it and all that kind of stuff. And sometimes the glass slows down that process of the immediacy. And so right now we just do mattes straight into the frames. I'm not going to frame this one, I don't think. I'm going to just keep that one the matte. I love this one. Like, the last shot that you guys just saw was like a little bit more like stylized and kind of epic. And this is just them being them, like just hanging out on a bench, just like laughing with each other. I forget what I prompted them with, but I was encouraging them to kind of point fingers at one another at like, I think I may have said like, who's the most like domineering in the relationship or something. It got a good reaction. It's all about that reaction, igniting those shots. But like, this looks so great, matted and framed. Boom. All right, so I'm gonna do a few more of these here. You guys, again, I want this opportunity to be as well for some Q&A. And so if you guys have questions, definitely ask. I think I'm gonna do this one in black and white, or a black frame. If you guys have questions, ask. I'd love to take the opportunity to answer anything that you guys have. As soon as I finish up a couple of these frames, I'll hop back over and look at y'all comments and see what's going on with those. All right, so what I typically do is, these are all prints, by the way, that like the client has not purchased these, okay? I want my clients to see their images for the very first time in print. These prints I'm purchasing on my own dollar, more or less, right? And so when a client comes in, we're gonna have maybe 25 prints out on display for them. And it's gonna be the very first thing they see. When a client sees their pictures, I want them to see their photographs in print. That's what I want. That's awesome. So good. And it's just like, this is such just like a classic timeless newspaper shot. But like, that would look so good on a wall. I love it. All right, I'm gonna do a couple more here. How many of you guys out there are making sure that your clients have print, right? Like, and when I say making sure that your clients have print, there's a couple ways that you can make sure they have print. Number one is you can make sure they have print by including it in every single collection. The second way you can make sure that they have print is by showing their images in print for the first time. This shot's gonna be dope. I can't wait for you guys to see this one. This is like one of my favorite shots from the wedding. The light came across at the angle of this barn. in like the perfect way, and I put the bride in the light and the groom kind of in the shadow. I'm gonna come in closer for it, in the shadows here. And just so good. Okay, cool. Love that image. All right, I've got a couple more I'm gonna frame up, and then I'll hop back to you guys. I'm not gonna be on too long today, you guys, because I've got to finalize a few more things. I'm gonna be doing an album design for the client as well. That it just needs to do some finishing touches on. And so we'll get to some Q&A, and then I'm gonna hop out and wrap up my album design, make sure it looks polished, super clean. The thing I like, by the way, about these designable frames, one of the things is they're super easy to pull images in and out of, to quickly kind of switch stuff up. And so as you notice, I'm just able to kind of knock this in really quickly. Love that one too. Able to mock this up super fast. It's just helpful again when you. I think it's Sue Bryce who says we don't live in a digital age. We live in an immediate gratification age, and it's so true. Like when a client can come in and see their photographs in print right there, and they could walk away with a print, like right there, right then. That's what it means, dude. This shot is so rad. When they were leaving the church, and they just got like sprayed with confetti. It's so dope. I'm gonna finish, this will be the last one I'm gonna frame for right now. I'll come back and frame up a few more before they get here. And then we'll hop over. So get questions in, you guys. Again, I'm gonna do some Q&A here. So if you've got questions, I'm gonna go through them and answer them for you guys. And just kind of have a super candid conversation. I'm not in the live studio today. Sometimes it's nice to get out of the live studio and just go like straight iPhone. Here, let me show you guys this one. All right, isn't that awesome? And it looks so good with the contrast. I love doing a black and white image with a nice 2-inch mat and then a black frame. It just has such a great contrast. Alternatively, when the way that I choose whether to do black or to do white frames, I think that a color image looks really nice in a white frame, just that all white minimal look. So I tend to do white frames with color images and then black and white frames with those black frames. It just really pulls out that contrast. All right, let's kind of mosey over here. I'm gonna do some Q&A with you guys. All right. So, okay, here we go. Let's see what's going on here. Good to see y'all. Let me take this device off, maybe. No, it'll help lock me down. Okay, cool. Let me kind of scroll back up here, you guys. I'm gonna go find some comments. I couldn't read them from back there. So let me see what you guys are up to here. Good, you can hear me so good. Okay, cool. Boom, boom, boom. Let me start sliding through here. I love seeing that. Katie's here. Leslie, Brenda, Jeff, good morning. Nate, good to see you, Nate. Dana, good to see you. Leslie, yes. Savannah, yep. Carlos, good to see you guys. Good morning. Joe, okay. Joe says, Ben, loving your live content and notice you're doing more. Are there any specific ways you could see how us photographers could utilize this to strengthen? Why can't I see the rest of the comment? Why did it cut off? Okay, but I'm pretty sure I know what you're gonna say. Strengthen your relationships probably with your couples, with your brides. The reality is this, you guys need to understand live content has so much power because it puts you and all of you in complete vulnerability and personality in front of your client. Your clients want more of you. They need, like your brand needs more of you. This is one of the struggles when you start expanding and growing to be a studio, right? It gets actually more challenging to relate with couples, to have that personal touch with couples, and to actually get booked, to get hired, to get inquiries in the door, because you become an entity. Nobody wants to work with an entity. They want to work with Joe. And the great thing about live content is they get to know Joe, right? Look, I do live videos of just my family, of my wife and my kids. If you're friends with me on Facebook, you've probably seen a bunch of them. That actually has great value for my photography business. It has great value for everything that I do because people get to know me. They get to see who you are. And more than anything, they get to see your heart. They get to see your passion, right? And so, I think that's one of the great ways that you could use live content. Another thing you could do for live content, apart from just putting yourself out there, is like, look, I've talked about this on my Creative Live course. You do sneak peeks all the time, right? First looks. Go on Instagram. Actually, I'm about to do one once I hang up with this. Go on Instagram. I think my last one from yesterday is still up. Rather than just like posting a picture up on Facebook, posting a picture up on Instagram, do a live video of it. Do a live video on Instagram. It's going to only be up for 24 hours, so you don't need to freak out. It'll be up for 24 hours. But when you do a live video, you're not just showing a photograph to your bride. You're actually getting to tell a story. You guys, people resonate with storytelling. So don't just say, here's a pretty picture. Say, here's this photograph, and tell a story about it. Tell a story about the session, the couple, what you loved about the image, some hurdle that you overcame together, what you're excited about for the wedding day. Look, you can even tell a story about technical things, but I would much more rather be interested in you guys telling stories about your couples, stories about the experience that you had together. And then you not only get to show an amazing photograph, you get to connect with storytelling. You also get to connect by putting yourself out there. You guys, people want to hire you. Joe, your brides want to hire you. They want to know what you're about. They want to know what you're like. They want to see your face. They want to hear your voice, right? And so that's another thing you could do. There's another a couple, Anchor and Vale. And so Devin's been like killing the scene with this. He's not out there teaching and doing all the stuff that I do right now. He's doing a little bit, but like that's not his thing. Like his thing is his brides. And he actually does Instagram live videos of him editing. And his couples love it. They love being brought behind the scenes. And again, he gets to like sit there and edit and share stories and talk about what he's doing. And it brings this kind of magical touch to what he's doing. And his couples love seeing it. They love seeing their work edited. They love sharing it. Anyhow, so that's another thing you do. I'm pretty sure that's what you were getting at, how you can use live video. And also, just complete side note, the algorithmic reach that you have with live content versus anything else that you do is astronomically better, right? You post a photograph on Instagram and who sees it? You post a photograph on Facebook and who sees it? You go live and immediately like, you guys are all right here because you saw Ben Hartley's live and it popped up in your feed, right? Ben Hartley's live, Six Figure Photographer's live. So you just get pushed to the front and that helps with your marketing. It helps with your eyeballs seeing your stuff. So there you go, man. Hopefully I answered your question. Stan, what frames are you using? Stan, I'm using Design and Glow frames. It's their, I forget the exact title of it. It's like their modern something or other frames. Morgan, good to see you here. Brian, Source for Frames and Mats. Yep. So I do a couple things. So we start with the Design and Glow frame, but then we do our own mats and we do our own archival glass. So we do use a fine art UV protecting glass because we're doing fine art UV protected prints, or we're not UV protected, but they're like archival prints. And so I want the glass to also be UV protected. I want the mats to be acid free, all that kind of stuff. So we start with the Design and Glow frame. And because we sourced so many different frames, you guys. We got samples in from all over on frames. And we just didn't find any that we actually liked as much as the design that Design and Glow had to offer. It's so minimal, it's so clean. One of the things I love about the frames, P.S., let me show you this. So here's a frame that's not in a print. It is a seamless front. So there's no angle here, there's no cut. And so you don't get that line across a white frame, right? And so it's just literally one solid piece of wood across the entire front, and it helps for that super clean, polished minimalism that we like. I don't want that line to be taken away from the image, and so that's one of the things we really liked. All right, let's see what's going on here. Can you show us your album design? Amanda, great question. I may also just want to like focus up and double down. I got a lot to do before the client comes in. And so what I'll at the very least do for you, Amanda, is maybe on Monday's episode, I can pop in and do some album design stuff for you too. But great, thanks for asking. If I can get to it, I will, Amanda. Do you make your mats yourself? Stan, so I come from a fine art background. I'm an oil painter, a drawer. I literally have a mat cutter, and I don't because of that. That's what I did all through college, was like mat my own stuff, build all my own frames. And when you're doing this type of like bulk work in terms of the amount of prints that we see go out the door, I don't anymore, but I used to. And maybe it's because I also hate measuring things. But yeah, great question. Do you work in Cebos anymore? Heather, yes, of course I work in Columbus. So we're here in Columbus. Our studio is in Columbus, Ohio. This is I imagine that you said, do you work in Cubs anymore? I'm imagining you would say C-Bus. But yeah, we're here in Columbus all the time. Brenda says this, how are you matting them? Pre-made mats, or are you cutting them? Pre-made, Brenda. Lauren says, also would love to know about the mats. There you go. You guys are loving the mats. I'm talking about them. Alex says, why have I not seen this before? How often do you go live? Alex, there you go. Alex, I don't know why I haven't seen this before. I've gone live 199 other episodes of actual SF Live, and then I go live all the other times for just random stuff. And then on my personal page, I also do a bunch of like personal Facebook Live videos. Instagram, I also go live on Instagram every now and then too. So Alex, maybe you need to turn on notifications. I don't know. Go check out my page. Click on the notifications. Move them to the top. Awesome. Yes, I work in Seba still. Scott, do you box the matted prints? Oh wait, hold on. Do you box the matter prints, add they pack up and leave your studio? Oh, okay. Sorry. Right, autocorrect is killing your mojo over there, Scott. Yeah, so Scott, we can. So we have the ability, we've got a full setup here that the client can literally sit down at our workbench. They can actually watch and experience us completing the whole matted process for them. And then they can, we have all the packaging ready to go, and they can leave with a print right there that day. So yep, we can do that. Sometimes we don't, because sometimes people buy 10 prints, and to frame mat in the archival way that we do, like what I just did right there, I call it like scratch matting. Like it was just like the rough matting. I wasn't being super cautious and careful. Those are kind of dinged up frames that we're just using as like samples on the side. They get used a lot. When we go through the official framing matting process, it's a much more like everything's white glove, everything is like inspected, slow, careful, nothing's getting damaged. And so it takes a lot longer to do. And so when you get a ton of frames out the door, a lot of times we might do one in front of them so they see the process to get to experience it. And then from there, we'll do the rest and then deliver them. David says, you said these aren't for sale, so what do you do with them after the client sees them? I'm sorry, David, we do. They are for sale. What I meant to say is they haven't been like purchased ahead of time. It's not like I'm waiting for somebody to buy the prints before I make them. Again, I'm always looking for how do I provide value before I receive money. And so, yes, we're printing out all this stuff. We're framing it so that the first time a client sees their pictures is in print. Whether they buy them or not, look, I hope they buy them. I hope they put them on their wall. But if they don't, I want to see the experience for them to have in print. So that's what I mean. Hey, from Singapore. Good to see you. Awesome. And how do I pronounce your name? I think it's Arana. You'll have to help me, dear. Kelly. Okay, sorry I missed the very beginning. So the mats and frames, just samples, and they order something new. Can they take it that day if they want to? Yes, so these are the mocked up kind of samples. It's the same product, but it's mocked up. And then if they decide they like that, we can actually then go through and actually make it all finalized for them. We're on it with live, slowly incorporating. This is Joe. Slowly incorporating it. We did a live prior to a wedding. It was seen 12 times more than any written post I've ever done. That's awesome. Joe, I mean, another great, you just said it right there. In terms of how to use live content for your business, like when you're on an engagement session, when you're on a live shoot and you got some downtime, go live, or hand the camera to your assistant or your second shooter and say, hey, go live during the portrait session. Just have that go on live and talk about what's going on. That's another great way, right? Joe says, Ben, do you do album sales by image price or spread? Saw folks talking about success pricing by image. Joe, I've done both. I've invested a ton of time into both. And both ways of doing it. And it's when I give you this answer, there's going to be a ton of questions and a bunch of people going, nah, it's not the right way. For starters, there probably is a right way. And so I don't do by image. I do it by spread. But there's really clear intentional reasons why I do it that way. And so we'll talk later, Joe, because I'm not going to explain it right now. But I've done it both ways. There's an intentional reason why I do it by spread. But it also has to do with this. It has to do with your strategy. There's a strategy and there's a structure to it. So it's not just like, if you do it by spread, you're going to have better results. Or if you do it by images, it's going to be better results. It's, if you do it by spread with this in mind, it's going to be better results. So there's a reason why, Joe. But, oh, no, I just got rid of the comments. Let me find out how to get them back. Oh, Okay, there we go. Okay, sweet. Hey, Michelle's watching. Amanda, thank you. I'm doing a reveal tomorrow. Yes, designed it. Awesome. You guys, thanks for being here. I'm going to finish wrapping up for this premiere. I'm going to go do the finishing touches on the album design, get the studio all swanky, dim the lights, make it look good, get some champagne ready to go, maybe a little mimosa action. That sweater is clean. HV Stone, thanks, man. And so, you guys, thanks for being here today. I really appreciate you. I just want you guys to know that. I really appreciate you. A couple things that are exciting for you guys. I'm doubling down on the podcast, right? And so now the podcast, Six Figure Photography Podcast, is coming out twice a week. And so look for that. Like Monday, Friday, look for the episodes coming out twice a week for you guys. I'd love for you to tune in and listen. If you could do me a favor, actually, this would be sweet, and leave a review. I'm starting to highlight reviews. I've been reading through these reviews. I'm like, these are amazing reviews. And so I've been highlighting them actually at the beginning and end of each episode. And so if you get a chance, leave a review. You can find the link for the instructions on how to do it at sixfigurephotography.com/review. So that'd be rad. Anyhow, you guys, I really appreciate you. I hope you have a great weekend. My parents are coming into town. We're going to be dedicating our boys at church this Sunday, and so that's our plan. HV Stone, I listen to the podcast every day at work. Keeps me motivated. Yes, now double the episodes, HV. Thanks. You guys, keep killing it. Keep rocking. I'll see you Monday. Bye, everyone.